Well, finally on the show today is a bit of history from Nigeria as the documentary film My Father the Emir, a portrait of Bayero, screens in Lagos, Southwest Nigeria. Details in this closing feature.
The life and times of the late Emir of Kano, Bayero, takes up the screen as first-time filmmaker Zainab Bayero screens her documentary, My Father, the Emir, a portrait of Bayero to a group of diplomats, international filmmakers, family and friends in Lagos, Southwest Nigeria.
Ida Makama is now a national museum, a primary school, and serves as the official residence of the Makama.
The documentary, written, produced and directed by the late Emir's daughter Zainab, tells the story of the longest-serving monarch in Kano and captures his 51-year reign at the helms of affairs at one of the most prominent cities in northern Nigeria.
Well, as a first-time filmmaker, it was really difficult, and as a woman from a royal home in the north, of course I'm going against the status quo, but I put my mind to this because it's a passion project. I believe my father's story needs to be told, and people need to hear the story of this amazing African hero. So, there were a lot of challenges, financially, in different aspects, but I was able to, ride the train and get it out there.
Michel Dillon, the Consul General of the Netherlands, who is quite impressed with the depiction of a bit of Nigerian history in the film, emphasizes why it is important for young Nigerians to take interest in the country's history.
My message to the young ones is be aware of your history, know your history. We all live in the present and we think about tomorrow, we forgot yesterday, but Nigeria has a huge history. The story of the emirs of Kano goes back to Usman Dan Fodio, and even before. As we saw in the documentary, it goes back to the year 900. And Nigerians should know this and should be proud of their history. We didn't start yesterday. We didn't start in 1960. We didn't start when some British came to walk into Nigeria. We started long time before that. And I think that's very important for every Nigerian to know and to be proud of their history.
Hollywood writer and director Terry McMahon, who has earned credits for top movies like Batman Begins and Patrick's Day, was also in the audience, and he reacted afterwards.
Well, it's remarkable to have a man who was 51 years as a king in Kano have a documentary play about his life for 2 hours in Freedom Park in the heart of Lagos. That alone is astonishing. The fact that it's made by his daughter, and it's her first film, and that his wife is here and his son is here, and the extraordinary story that they're living in real time versus the history of his life. It's both inspiring and tragic in equal measure, and it's something that should be addressed. His life should be assessed for what it was in a remarkable way, and their life consequently should be assessed as being a tragedy that should be looked at and protected and given security to.
Alhaji Dr. Bayero I will refer to as one of the most important living legends of this century.
The documentary is an insightful look into the childhood and experiences of a man as a prince to a king. It showcases the history of Nigeria through his reigns of half a century and his part and experiences in handling different moments as is yet to be scheduled for public viewing.